Do you know that the famous Zoroastrian symbol of the winged disc called the Fravhar does not represent Almighty Ahura Mazda as ambiguously mentioned at various places on the net and in certain books? This misinformation that Fravahār represents Ahura Mazda is spread by certain scholars and some websites, but it is indeed misleading. The Fravahār does not represent Ahura Mazda, but the inner self, the Dhyana of the Gathas, later known as Fravahār or Fravhār, and is a symbolic statement from the ancients to know your true self. There is no theocratic consensus on that. The winged disc with the bust of a male figure in the center stands for, as a variety of interpretations exist. Thus, the mystery surrounding this very ancient, best-known symbol from the ancient Hittites, the Sumerians, the Mesopotamians, the Assyrians, the Egyptians, and the Iranians. The Fravhār, also called Foruhār or Fārre Kiyâni, and is one of the most prominent symbols of Zoroastrianism. Many scholars have now asserted that it represents the inner self or Fravahār, but it certainly does not represent Ahura Mazda, because it is mentioned both in the Gathas and the later Avesta that Almighty Ahura Mazda is formless and beyond human comprehension. The 25th name of the 101 names of Almighty is An-Aina, which means without form. And the 14th name is An-Ayyafa, means incomprehensible, unimaginable. So this Foruhār figures prominently at places of various ancient Iranian fire temples, as also in India and elsewhere, and it conveys a deep spiritual and mystical meaning. In the Gatha verse 45.8, Zarathustra clearly states that I have seen Almighty Mazda with my soul's eye. Zit Chashmaini Vyadaresem. As the Almighty is formless and can be seen, heard, or sensed only with the eye of the spirit alone, some interpret the Fravahār with the 3 rows of feathers representing good thoughts, good words, and good deeds, Humata, Hukata, and Huvarashta. Scholars like Herman Lommel and Karl Hoffman and that Dr. Irach Tarapurwala confirms that this spirit of decisive choice is a typical Gothic abstraction and hence is a part of Zarathustra's doctrinal term Dhyana or inner self, which is frequently used in the Gathas, later known as the Fravahār. Further, it is said in Yasna 34, each man should know of his divine heritage. This clearly indicates in no uncertain terms that the Gathas instruct you to know yourself as this divine spark, the Fravahār, and not identify yourself with your body or mind. Now you know what a Fravhār, Fravahār, or Foruhār stands for.